Tribe, peace up, peace up. This is another art shop artisans day here in the beautiful coast of Kenya, in the village. You see the vibes, blue skies, cumulonimbus clouds in the backdrop. You see that. This is postcard living, paradise living. This is what our ancestors dreamed for us, that we would get back, that we will find ourselves back. Poor. We will find ourselves back on this beautiful continent of Africa. Our true heritage, our true inheritance. And like I always say, Malcolm X said it the best: just because kittens was born in an oven doesn't make them biscuits. Because we was born in the UK and we was born in the Americas, that doesn't make us American. We were actually displaced from this beautiful continent, so we have every right to claim Africa. We have every right to claim our descendancy, legacy, beautiful, rich history and culture. We have the right to claim it all. You understand, family? So we're gonna get into it today a bit. I'm just out and about getting some fruit so we can start the day. And stay tuned. Stay tuned for some energy. Stay tuned for some vibes. We gotta do some painting. We got to catch up on some work. And yeah, we're gonna get to it. Don't forget to like, share, and definitely subscribe to the platform, family. This your brother Samal here, Village Life, channel. We up here working in the temporary work studio. Where the tribe at? Where the tribe at? I see you guys. So, got my phone right here. We charging up. I want to, this is a piece that I want to touch up a bit. Also, I got another piece that I have to touch up. Yeah, I think we're gonna close this out so I can go ahead and step to the other painting of Tough Lion. Tough Lion is part of a reggae movement called Bamboo Station or House of Bamboo. And where the gloves at? So Tough Lion, he's looking to drop some projects in the next few months. So my brother wanted to do, he saw the painting that I did, and I don't think I don't think the wind is gonna knock that off. He saw the painting. I did a large painting of an elder with some cool sunglasses on. So Jelani wants something like that for Tough Lion. So I'm gonna do a 5 foot, it's gonna stand 5 foot tall, 4 feet wide of Tough Lion swagged out in total Rasta form. So this was another one. I haven't showed it yet due to copyright stuff. You know, he's an artist, so he don't want all of the work put out there. You know, so that's how it goes, fam. So speaking on what we was talking about earlier, about how Africa is our birthright, legacy. And how we have every right to claim it. And it's just like that, fam. I remember in the barbershop, we used to have these type of arguments and back and forths. I'm trying to get this camera correct. We used to have these back and forths all the time, whether or not we African and Africa is our home, and of course you in the barbershop, so there's levels of ignorance like no other. But you know, the barbershop is a place where you're able to talk freely, supposedly. Let me just say that. Because oftentimes you got folks from other ethnicities, they come in and they kind of, I'm just being honest, it throws the conversation off, just to be frank. So you can't really, you would think that you can speak freely and all that, but you can't. So subconsciously we kind of curve the conversation so it can kind of cater to everyone that's in the shop. And it's cool. But anyway, like I was saying, you will have brothers, black men, you understand, will sit up and tell you, man, they not African. Don't call them Africans. And how Africans don't want us in their continent. Oh yeah, family, the ignorance of our people. And that's not everyone. That's not the majority. That's not the majority at all. But nevertheless, you do have the levels of ignorance amongst our communities in America is ridiculous, man. And these be the same folks that did no traveling nowhere, man. The only traveling they might have done was to, let's say, like Jamaica or Punta Cana, or, you know, all your typical Mexican spots. But haven't done any serious level of traveling and will make these outlandish claims. You know, same claims that the FBA family claims. And yeah, I say family because In every black household, you know, you have family members that just ain't all rap tight. You know, you got some cousins, you know, you got some uncles that's kind of out there. And we find out how crazy people are when they show up to the cookout, right? You know what I'm talking about, fam. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. So the barbershop is definitely a place where you learn who's who, how people think. You know, I remember being in a barbershop. I used to engage heavily in these conversations, these dialogues, but what I would do is sit back and listen a lot so I can understand and learn what it is that people was coming from, you know? And I must say, fam, like what I've ultimately learned is that our people been through so much. Our people been through the ringer, man. This middle Atlantic or mid-Atlantic slave trade did a number on our people, man. Family. You will have people making such outlandish claims as to say my grandmother said that we was Indians. You know? And I don't have a problem with that. If your parents or your grandmother said that you was Indian, there's nothing wrong with that. Where the problem comes in at is where you cannot back up your claim. That's my only gripe, fam. Be able to stand on what it is that you're saying. Okay, Samal, I'm Indian because of thus, and thus. You know what I mean? Nobody got no gripes with that. But be able to stand on what it is you believe, man. I remember one time we was in a barber shop and we was having a religious conversation. And it was this pastor. He was going in, he was teaching, and like I said, I was in the cut, I was quiet, didn't say much. And he was going in. And he was making all kind of claims on how heaven is, and when you get there it's going to be like this and like that. And I'm like, brother, I had to say something, family. I got caught up. I'm like, brother, how do you substantiate what it is that you're talking about? And he was like, brother, everyone knows. That he kept saying that everyone knows. And I was like, no, everyone doesn't know. That's why I'm here asking you the question. And he was saying, man, it's like this and like that in heaven. And I was lost, fam. I'm like, man, how's this guy making these claims? So I asked him, man, the locale of heaven, the location, the physical, because you're talking as if it's a physical location that has an address and you know exactly what's going on up there. So I asked the brother, man, where is heaven? So he looked up, we in the barber shop, he looked up at the fan and said, brother, there. I said, no disrespect, pastor, but you just pointed to the fan. The whole barber shop erupted in laughter. And I didn't mean no disrespect. So a lot of times what I learned is that when people believe what it is that they believe, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just a belief. And it's nothing wrong with it. But don't speak to me or anyone else like it's an absolute fact if you don't have absolute facts. That's all I'm saying, fam. I'm gonna give y'all a little sneak peek, fam. I can't give y'all everything. Can't give y'all everything. I can't do it. Copyright infringement. So I said, with all due respect, Pastor, you're pointing to outer space. One thing you're going to learn about Samal, I love a good debate. I feel like it's like steel sharpening steel. It helps us to grow in our understanding of things. You know, so I wasn't challenging the brother, the good reverend, just out of spite. It's like he's making these claims, and I need him to know, like, he needs to be able to back up these claims and make it make sense, family. That's all. You're not just up in the barbershop with a bunch of people that don't read. We actually study and do homework, and we pay attention to what people say. You know, so yeah, you just can't run a fast one on us. You know what I'm saying, family? This is the Artist Journal. We pay attention. Yep. So yeah, that's that though, fam. So I'm gonna take y'all up on the land with us again. The brothers are almost finished with the build out. They called me earlier for some money so they can rent a ladder. I'm like, man, why don't y'all just buy the ladder? If we need a ladder, we need a ladder. So they've gotten a ladder because the height of the structure is out of their reach. So they got to be able to get up there. Tribe, we have a beautiful sister coming on tonight, Kenyan time at 7 p.m. Well, this video, I don't know why I misspoke. I want to say we bringing on a beautiful sister tonight at 7 p.m. Kenyan time. The video will air. The video will air later on tonight. Today is Tuesday, July the 28th. So family, tune in for that. Again, that'll be in the evening around 8:39 p.m. Kenyan time. So she's I'm gonna put it out there. She's a world-renowned author. She does a lot of non-fiction poetry / love, you know, things pertaining to the black experience. My sister is named Ayoka B. So check her out online. You can find her on Instagram. That's Ayoka B on Instagram. You can find, she has the Black Writers Club. Actually, I will put, because I'm not saying it verbatim, you know, I'm not saying it correct. So I don't want you all to miss out. So I'm going to put all of her info where you can contact her and see her work in the description of this video. So tune in, show some love for the sister. She's a bundle of energy, fire. Ayoka is extremely cool. So we're going to jump on for about an hour or so, have some fun this evening. And yeah, tune in, fam. I got about 10 minutes left. Not 10 minutes, 10% on this mic. So let me charge up, family. I'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, back at you. Back at you, back at you. For those of you who are tuning in, this is Brother Samal here, the Artist Journal. You are sitting in on a painting session. Also, the family is chopping it up about some of our family members that are ignorant as it pertains to the black / African / American. I mean, we the only group of people on the planet that got so many titles to describe themselves. We Afro-Americans, African-Americans, FBA, we're Black Indians, we're Afro-Americans, we are ancient Israelites, we're Arawak Indians, Cherokee Indians. We're the only group on the planet, family. Welcome to the Black experience. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, I have to touch up this guy. As you can see, I haven't gave this one a title yet. What you guys think I should title this piece? This piece is 31 by 47 oil on canvas. And it's of an elder. It's an elder taking a moment. If you know anything about Che Guevara and Fidel Castro, Cuban culture is that, oh man, I got more paint. Cuban culture, you know, especially the men and women of the community, they smoke pipes. And also they love a good cigar. So they share the same traditions with African people. Throughout the continent of Africa, you will find in Ethiopia, you will find here in Kenya, definitely in the Gambia, you will find people smoking cigars as well as pipes. So I gotta fix this canvas so it won't blow over. So family, I got the back of it strapped I got the back of it strapped to the pole, so it's not gonna go nowhere, but as I'm painting, I need it to be stationary. So we're just gonna touch this guy up a little bit. And then we go from there. From here, we're gonna go up to the line and see the progress. And then we're gonna come back down here, family, and close out. So stay tuned.